Hey, you guys remember that crazy time where I pointed out that Deadpool could possibly be all three roles and everyone said I was crazy? Y'all remember that? And then Deadpool himself came out to say he's a duelist, vanguard, and strategist? What? Crazy how I was right. It's gotta hurt being wrong this often, but I wouldn't know since I'm perfect and make no mistakes. Now play my
Opinions wasn't needed, came clutch with a buzzer beat it. Beast feast and he eats the beat, whatever's left let the buzzers eat it. Quick with it, clean record, Mayweather, undefeated. He came and he saw and he conquered. I got a slay at the concert, you know the story, the tortoise in here. You want the glory, your nose in the air. I couldn't care less about your money, phone, and your pair of shoes and your side hose.
What's good, nieces and nephews? Big Unc Chaos here to give you all my thoughts and opinions on Deadpool being announced as a vanguard, strategist, duelist hybrid. And I know that's a mouthful, but let's be honest here. Your Unc has precognition because I called this in my How Deadpool Can Change Marvel Rivals video. I've already discussed this and how he would be a multi-class character. So I got some precognition. I don't have the Mangekyo Sharingan. I only have the 3 Toma, but we're getting there. And nonetheless, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to let me know in the comment section because we got a lot to talk about today. The community is kind of on the fence here, a little bit excited, a little bit angry. And I'm going to share with you all my honest, organic thoughts. Now, to be honest with you all, I personally think this is a great thing for the community. I think this is going to allow people the opportunity to put their money where their mouth is. You hear so many people saying, oh, I'd play strategist if they had more cool characters, my ADHD or whatever nonsense excuse they want to come up with on why they can't do it. Now they don't have to worry about that anymore because Deadpool fits in every single class. Literally, he's a strategist, duelist, tank. So just like I said, again, in my video, he's going to be the character who's going to be able to actually fill for everything, any situation you could potentially need. What this does is it allows the player base to essentially do what they did when Gambit came out. It allows people to expand their repertoire of characters. Maybe this is the time for you to pick up someone new. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to, try a different class. If you're worried about Deadpool not being able to operate efficiently, that's a different point. But when a lot of people speak of characters and why they do and don't play them, they talk about fun, they talk about favorites, they never really talk about functionality. Despite all this, people are upset because Deadpool's actually more than one class, and they literally only wanted him to be the class of their choice. They only wanted him to be a strategist, which makes no sense. They only wanted him to be a duelist, which would have made sense to me. Vanguard doesn't make any sense either, at all. I won't even lie to you guys. But that's the thing about Marvel Rivals. You don't have to have the people as their in-world, in-universe power sets. Think about it. Hulk would just come in here and smoke these guys. Same with Jean, same with, Scarlet. I know you guys hate Scarlet Witch. But it doesn't have to be something so linear that you must make the characters exactly how they are in the comics or movies, because there's inconsistencies throughout all comics. You could just say these guys are on their early hero years, so they haven't developed their maximum powers. I don't know, some nonsense like that. I want to see people fighting as Deadpool. I want to see people actually trying different classes. I want to see someone swapping mid-game from Deadpool Vanguard to Deadpool Tank to Deadpool Strategist. I really think that would be a super cool way of doing it. Think about it. That would be the most optimistic or opportune way to use his movesets. If you're going to have a character that's a hybrid, a true hybrid, then you probably want to make sure that you're able to function on each of the roles. And I think a lot of people are going to struggle with that. A lot of these duelists think it's going to be sweet because I don't think they're going to make the same mistake they did with Gambit. I don't think they're going to make him too strong as a strategist from the rip. And I think that's going to piss a lot of people off. It's going to make it to where a lot of people aren't trying to, master him, kind of similar to Rogue, because let's be honest, when a character drops, either they're great or they're dog. And if they're dog, no one wants to try to make them good. So I definitely think that he's gonna be a skill check for a lot of y'all out there. I personally am gonna cook with him, but I'm curious what you guys think you're gonna do. Now let's talk a little bit about the why on why this happened. I think no matter how it would have went, if you would have given Duelist another character, I think it could have been a real good ribbing for the game. I think a lot of people would have been pissed if we got another Duelist. Let's be honest here. I think a lot of people wanted another Vanguard. Strategist definitely needed another strategist. My bias as usual. But this should make everyone happy. Each team gets a chance to use him. That means it's 2 separate attempts for you. Plus, if people are sucking on certain roles, they can literally swap to a different role. Maybe you're not good as Deadpool on as Vanguard. It gives you some idea on how to shape yourself up. Maybe you're better with him as a strategist. Maybe you're just a duelist DPS diver. No problem, no faults. I think that people are upset because they're purists. And when other people get something, they feel as though something they have has been taken away. I don't get that logic. I think that's goofy. Other people eating shouldn't be your enemy, or other hungry people shouldn't be your ops, at least in my opinion. I do think overall, Deadpool will probably end up being like at least for competitive play, like a flex pick. Because, the versatility of just being able to swap within the roles. Shoot, if you start off as a Vanguard and you realize you want to go triple support, boom, you have that option. You want to go triple DPS, boom, you have that option. And let's be honest, we're going to see that the most. To those of you who are upset by this, why? I'm curious. I want to pose a question to all of you. I don't want to make this video too long. It's a pretty cool announcement, but there are people who are genuinely just dissatisfied with this. What's the issue here? Is it because you didn't get something specifically for you and you're worried that Deadpool will just be a watered down, version of each class? Because that's a fair concern, wondering if they, put too much eggs in one basket for one character. I think that could be a reasonable fear. Let's be honest here. The devs haven't always been the best when it comes to playtesting people's power levels. I don't know why they stopped doing the thing where they let all the yes-men play a week early. I think that was cool when they did that. Gave at least I ain't gonna lie, some of the people in the Marvel Rivals partner program are definitely just like, Guang Simpson. Guang's cool as hell. I love the guy. But they don't give accurate feedback or good feedback, in my opinion, as far as characters, because everyone should have known Gambit was too strong. It shouldn't have taken this long. If you had access for a whole week, the whole purpose of that isn't just to build hype, it's so people can play test. When you send out these people and you make them either too strong or so weak no one wants to try them, it kills the hype of the game. Marvel Rivals cannot afford to have a bad season. That's why they're throwing out Deadpool at the start of the year. He's a playmaker. Right after him, they're throwing out someone kind of mid, Elsa Bloodstone. Most of you have no idea who she is, so don't tell me you do. Don't pretend you do. Let's keep it P here. Let's keep it P. For the most part, Deadpool is going to be seen as a way to gain immediate traction for the game. But if he flops as a powerhouse, because look what happened with Blade. Popularity only goes so far. People want to actually be able to play their classes. They want to actually be able to play their heroes and not just get their teeth kicked in. So I do think that could be an issue. Another area I think there could be some issues with is the potential for insta-locking like weird team compositions now, because essentially what people can just say is, oh, Deadpool, what happens if Deadpool's like mediocre as on any different role, like a key role? What if he's not good as a Vanguard? He doesn't really have a shield. He has like one kind of shield. Like, let's be honest here, it's kind of mid. It's kind of mid compared to like, an actual shield from a Strange or, an M or Magneto. Shield tanks have always been winning, I'm sorry. For those who don't know, you're getting a lot of buffs to the divers because they haven't been getting a lot of love. And they haven't had that much of a good time lately. So, overall, I think this is a great thing, provided Deadpool doesn't suck. But think of it this way. Giving him 3 different classes means there's 3 separate abilities for him not to be bad, right? Even if he's bad as a Vanguard, he doesn't have to be bad as a strategist and vice versa. And, as the player base slowly adapts to whatever they decide they want to do with him, which role is better, we'll definitely have an idea here within the next couple weeks. I say within the first week or so, we'll really know Deadpool's actual power and how useful he can and can't be in certain comps. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Just a very light, quick video. I'm sorry for getting this out, middle of the day, but I really wanted to give you all my thoughts. Kind of wanted to say I told you so to the jerks who said I was wrong. So here we go. Be sure to check out some other videos. Check out how Deadpool can change Marvel Rivals. That's definitely a video I think would be useful to y'all. And be sure to tell your auntie I said hi.